All right. Everybody excited?
Oh, yeah.
I promise you putting the icing on the cake today, right? As I promised you on day one, this is not the typical workshop. How many of you
Agreed.
agree? Right? Okay. I'm not going to tell you for the 3 days you've been here, it's pretty damn close because it's a smaller group and everybody is getting equal attention. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Let me ask you the first question. Have you gotten your 47 bucks worth yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
When you pay $47, I pay some $47. That's the way I do things. Not everybody does that. But why do I do that? I make sure I refer whatever I need to get my money back. I don't pay me. I pay my LLC. Does that make sense? I'm an affiliate of this community as well. Where did I learn this? From my mentors in HBA. They run their company as a nonprofit with a cause. Okay. And they are an affiliate of their own company, which means they only earn their money the same way you and I earn the money as an affiliate. Now, how cool is that? That means they have to go through the same amount of contacts. They have to go through everything that you go through to make money. I respect them the most. Mike, 7 figure. Paul, 8 figure. They take away all the excuses from us. Does that make sense?
The
And they
co-founders?
do the same thing here. They earn their income just like us every single year. And they have been around for over 10 years. Can you imagine that? There's no one in the company that has matched their effort in the last 10 years. Talking about leading by example, it's amazing, right? How many companies do you be part of that you have a tool with that does the same thing? I have not seen one single company. And I have to say, I've been around the block a few times. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
That's the kind of affiliate income stream you have in this company. You just added one more income stream from this workshop. That income stream is evergreen. Anybody know what that means?
Lasts forever.
Live. That's correct. That income stream is yours forever. Okay? And guess what? Those of you who have a community, right? Here's what's going to happen. When you refer three, you ready? Whether they came to the shop, whether they buy through the recordings, you get to earn the master resale right of this workshop in your community and earn 100% profit on every sale. All we ask is just 3 referrals. Yeah, it's like hotcakes. With the message that he put into these recordings, I don't know about you. I'm gonna sell the heck out of it. Who do you think gonna be your prime time people? Digital creators. If they don't know Tim Hess, it's okay. You direct them to Tim Hess's profile. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
And they'll get to know him. Then they'll come back. When they watch the recording, it's a done deal. That's like a guaranteed subscriber to your community, but not just a subscriber, a quality subscriber, which means higher potential of them showing up to your Zooms. How many of you guys hold Zoom right now and they're tired of crickets? That's the life of a new community owner. It's no different than you doing a live and there's no one show up to your live. Same thing. Because the concept doesn't change. You still have to earn the trust. You still have to earn the like, know, and trust for them to show up. Does that make sense? Why is there a lot of people watching PPP community right now?
Because we got people that engage. Our community is different from everybody else.
Is percentage of engagement, right? And also percentage of retention. You repeat the truth. Percentage of engagement and retention. Anybody know how you notify that? How can you notice that? Besides the leadership board, how do you notice that?
I don't know.
What's the number one key element to earning someone's trust? What's the key element?
Getting on screen.
When you go through all our recordings in the community, right? Anybody can guess what's the percentage of camera on and percentage of camera off?
Camera on about 80%.
What's 100 right
80%
here?
or higher. That is correct. 80% or higher. Whoever said 80%, that's correct. Do you realize what that does for many other communities? They're asking, what is it that we do here? Do I have a gun hold up to your head that say, turn on your camera? Do you guys understand the magnitude of what I'm talking about? That's the community you're part of. Just look in this room. It's about 80% camera on. The industry standard doesn't even break 1%. Take 58,000. If we had 1% of camera on, how many cameras should be on? What's 1%? 58,000.
590? 580?
No, 1%. 5,800.
5,800.
Wow. Yeah.
We don't even have 5,800 people who attend this thinking webinar. How are you going to have 5,800 cameras? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
We have 17 people here, right?
18.
No, 18. That's my second computer. They don't count. They don't count.
He's not on camera.
Well, it says 18 in
Okay.
the bottom. That's why I said that.
17. We have
5,
3
10.
cameras off. Cameras off. What percentage is that?
That's too much. Well,
It was 6, it was about
80.
22% off. So it means 80 on.
Does that validate the numbers we just saw?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make
Right
sense?
at 80. Yep.
Okay. Let me tell you why. It's not about the $47 you spent. In business, you have 3 ways to attend any event, live or online. How you attend matters. You're either in the meeting, you're out the meeting, or you're hanging around. Do I need to repeat? You're either in the meeting, you're outside in the hallway somewhere cooking or taking a shower. How many people here have a family?
All
How many of us here have children? Do you agree that you probably should be better off spending time with them on memories that would probably never come around a second time?
Absolutely.
But you took the time to be here. So if you're going to take the time to be here away from them, why not be in the meeting and get something out of it? Isn't it fair to you and your family? Does that make sense?
excellent.
Imagine this. I go to my wife and I tell her, we keep falling short every month. And the system's not working. How long do you think my wife's going to let me keep doing this? How many of you can relate? That's why I put in 30K to make sure that doesn't happen. The more skin in the game you have, you should have a higher urgency. Does that make sense? The deeper in the hole, the higher urgency to get out if you have a made up mind. But if you don't, it doesn't matter how much you go in the hole. When will you truly have a made up mind?
And you're all in?
Commit when
What
you
is all in? Say all in.
when we believe.
You can go to Vegas and say all in too.
Mhm.
All in. It might cost you a lot. When you believe.
When you're committed.
What does
just
committed mean?
You do the time.
You show up,
What's showing up mean?
turning your camera on and being present.
Okay,
You
teacher.
can turn on your camera when you do a video.
What's the reason you're looking for, teacher?
That is going to be your ticket to at least start getting results.
Can you hear
Go
me?
ahead, go ahead. I can hear you, Rudy. Okay. So, everybody ready to write this down?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Apparently, nobody knows the answer.
All right, pen and paper ready.
When you make a decision to go 30 days relentlessly.
You said that yesterday.
That's right. How do you know? You have a made up mind. Here's the responses I got when you know your why. So when you do your 3 videos, when you know your story, you can know all these things. But if you don't commit to do the work for 30 days, does any of those things mean anything?
No.
I'm going to give you a challenge. Let's say you commit to go 30 days relentlessly. If you got your transformation from these past 3 days, prove me wrong that you go 30 days relentlessly under these conditions. You ready?
Yes.
Number one, at least 5 people in this group know your one-line story. Anybody know why?
Can you repeat that, please? I sneak. I couldn't hear you.
At least 5 people in this room should know your one-line story. Anybody know why?
That's our starter.
No. One of these days, I'm going to teach you the 10 commandments of Moses. Commandment number 9. Declare your intentions publicly. Anybody know why? Accountability. Now you either do it or lose your credibility. Keep not doing what you say. People stop believing in you.
The boy who cried wolf.
Very important. Have 5 people know your one-line story by heart. So it's no longer a secret. How many of you are guilty of playing secret agent? Probably most of us. You have to stop hiding. You're not hiding from yourself. You're not hiding from others. You know who you're hiding from?
Go.
My customer.
No.
Oh.
You're hiding from your family.
Oh.
You're hiding from your. You think this is serious?
Yes.
It's serious business. What is the one thing that keeps Tim going? Anybody remember?
Family.
His family.
Brahim posted it in the community. And I'm glad he's not here because then he cannot say the answer. If you remember anything about Tim, what kept him going is his undying belief. I had to look up undying. Look it up yourself.
S.A.U.C.E.
Look it up yourself. Don't guess. Look it up yourself. When you get home, put it in ChatGPT or Google and never forget it. It's deeper than that. It was deeper than forever. When we say 30-day relentless, have 5 people know your one-line story. You guys got that?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, never go to bed unless you did 7 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and repost them as stories. You miss one day, you start over.
Never go to bed until you do.
Your 3 videos, your 3 stories. The only way you can substitute your stories is with an image post. Community, Maria.
The B-roll.
If you put a picture and some writing with it, that's a post.
So that's part of your 3 stories. The videos are videos, right? That could be
A post or a story, the only difference is on a story you can put a link. On a post, you can't put a link. Makes sense?
B-roll. Is that different from the B-roll?
A post is a post. You took a picture right off your gallery and you posted. That's a post.
So that's the big same as the B-roll.
But it doesn't replace a B-roll. A B-roll is more effective because it's moving. Anything that's moving will stop the scroll. Make sense?
Mhm.
Yes.
So we already got 2 line items, right?
Yes.
5 people know your one-line story. Now, for people to know your one-line story, what must you do?
Tell them.
One line story.
That's right. You must know your own one-line story.
And post it.
That was a trick question.
Can a snake eat?
All right. Thirdly, you must have a written plan. We're going to talk about this written plan today.
Oh, cool.
You're going to have a written plan before we leave.
Have one. I just want to check if it's one that's doable or if I need to redo it.
Okay. You want to know when you know you have one?
Sure.
When it's written down, signed, and recited twice a day, at least 7 days.
Yo,
Good to
Let me tell you why.
facility.
When you recite it twice a day for 7 days and you don't memorize it, that means that's not your plan. That's not you. You want to be somebody else.
How long does the plan have to be that you sign? 1 page? Is that what you're recommending?
The length doesn't matter. But to answer your question, something that you can memorize. Average person is not going to memorize 6 pages.
True. Well, I used to back in the day, but not anymore.
Look, we don't do the I used to.
You now.
I am. Affirmation, I am. Make sense?
I am.
Okay. I have my 10K a day already. I have my 10K in 30 days already. You have to claim it. If you don't claim it, you will never have it. Remember, all of this is under dying belief.
Never ends.
Dying belief. If you don't believe in it 1,000%, you're going to have to hang around until you do. But nothing starts until you believe. That was my biggest takeaway with Tim. Remember, what did I tell you? Anybody, let's see how many paid attention. How many of you paid attention to the thumbnail that was text to you? How many of you have seen the text? How many of you have seen the post in the community? I put it in multiple places to make sure. It says, either you love this platform or it's just a business. For most of you right now, it's just a business. You want to know why I know? Anybody want to guess why?
The engagement.
It's nothing to do with the commitment. What do you do once you commit and do the work?
Engage?
No, you
Transfer.
celebrate your results, correct?
Wow.
You celebrate your results. How many here can say honestly, you have celebrated the results you expected?
No.
You're not in love with the platform yet. Your one-line story is still unclear. Your understanding of the front of the house, your understanding of the back of the house is not clear. You don't know how to identify your disconnect yet.
Gotcha.
Let me ask you this. When you've been with a partner for years and you're truly in love, you know their favorite color, you know their favorite food they like, you know their daily routine, you know the things they don't like. You can almost finish the sentence for them. Is it true?
Yeah, but that all takes time.
How long you been with DGC?
Since April?
It's no amount of
Yeah, imagine from April until now, you fell in love with this thing from day one and you understand the ins and outs, right? Would you agree you would have been further along? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I can't blame the system. In fact, most of you guys know I don't take excuses and I don't sell them, right? So what do? I had to spend money to make up the knowledge, invest myself so that I can help you guys not spend the same kind of money. Right?
Behind the scenes, that's what I've been doing too.
But you see, why is it we get different results? You see, it comes down to the one sentence that Cynthia always talk about. I'm going to start that sentence and I can guarantee you 100% of you can finish that sentence. You can copy a cat, but if you copy a cat, which cat do you?
copy the right cat.
If you don't have the right mentorship, you don't get the results.
True.
Numbers don't lie. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Think about this. What better lineup can I buy? Daryl, Tim, Amy, and Michelle.
Better lineup.
Can you get a better lineup than that?
No way.
And that's not even including Wendy, which is additional, my 3 other coaches outside of DGC who have been online marketers for decades, and not one is less than a 7-figure earner. That's why I get the results I got today. And it's only the beginning. Guys, I want you to know why we don't fear at PPP. Why do we give and give?
Because it gets paid back. It
No,
gets paid.
because Kim cannot be replaced. I can give you the same system. Can you run it as effectively? No, because you don't have the same experience. Does that make sense? But you can duplicate. As effective and duplicate is 2 different things. As effective would be the same or better results, correct?
Yeah.
But duplicate means you can still deliver results for others and yourself. Does that make sense? Do you guys get that?
Yes.
Right? That means you can still deliver results for yourself and for others who are part of your community. Because you were able to duplicate from the right cat. Does that make sense?
Mm.
How many of y'all here are part of multiple communities? Okay. Keep your hand up. I'm not asking you to swear. Keep your hand up if you've ever been part of a workshop exactly like this workshop.
Well, I got to lower my.
And I know the answer already. You know why? I've learned from the best in the industry. My main mentor in this type of space is my financial coach. You guys can look him up. His name is Swan Nguyen. S.A.U.C.E is his first name. His last name is Nguyen. For the last 40 years, he has been the #1 earner of a World Financial Group. He was $100,000 away from $1 billion a year. That's the highest income anyone has earned in financial services from one company in a single year. Even Art Williams did not reach that level, but he was the best student of Art Williams.
That's duplicate.
That's right.
Gotcha.
I don't know no one knows how to play the political game better than him. Still communicate, but guess what? These are memories you cannot forget and you cannot take for granted. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's the real person who's built my mindset from the age of 18 until today. Everybody else is just an addition. It's good to have addition. This is important. This is why I wanted to open up with this with you guys, okay? For day 3. I'm going to tell you how I attend a convention or event. Most of you know, how many of you have attended an event where you get up real early to get front seats, okay? Then that means you haven't attended an event with a lot of Asian people. You know why? Asian
Asian.
people camp out the night before to get front seats. Pretty crazy stuff. Getting up the first day, piece of cake. Getting up the second day, okay, especially when you don't go to bed until 1 or 2 the night before. Getting up the third day, most of the events I attend are 4-day events. Where do I want to go look for my next 6-figure earner? I get up early on the 4th day to see who's at the front of the line. And that's who I lock arm, the people on the 4th day. And everyone that I've locked arm in my career has become a 6-figure earner. Because that's the first sign that will tell you that someone is hungry. Does that make sense?
Right.
You have a higher chance of getting a 30-day commitment from that person. Now, you can't do that virtually because you don't camp out virtually. How you attend the meeting on the last day still matters. Do you attend it with the camera on? Are you in the meeting? Are you hanging around? Are you a note taker or an action taker? 90% of people, we never went to school for journalism, but we become good journalists. How many can relate to that? How many of you can pull out hundreds of notebooks and notes over the years?
I think all of us.
So let me ask you, why take these notes if you don't implement? What's the purpose? The notes is not important. What you implement is what is important. Notes doesn't get you results. Implementation, action gets you results. Make sense?
Yep.
Anybody know my track record at DGC? If you haven't heard it from the GOAT, who's the GOAT?
Michelle.
Right. How many times has she told you what does she like the most about me?
You're an implementer.
That's right. Thank you, Rich. Coming from the GOAT means a lot. So guess what? That means action speak louder than words. That's why you see it reflect in our workshop style. Do you ever see me tell you to call me coach?
No.
I hate it when you call people coach. How many agree that's an overabused word? You want to know why it's overabused? Most people who call themselves coach are coaching from theory, not from experience.
Wow.
Not like Michelle. Michelle is from experience. Have I ever asked you to do something I'm not willing to do? No, that's called experience. I can give you everything I have, but I can't guarantee you're going to get the same results
Right.
because I don't know what's your work ethic. I don't know what's your mindset. Write this down. I'm going to give you a taste. Not second quarter, but third and fourth quarter of 2026. The only person who is familiar with what I'm about to tell you is Cynthia. This is a curriculum we have been duplicating for almost 3 decades. And it gets deep. You're going to learn about mindset with skill set, and you're going to be able to identify your heart set. When you have these 3 elements, and only when you have these 3 elements, you'll be able to find your soul set.
You repeat
How
that,
effective?
please?
Hang on. How effective is that curriculum, Mom?
That gets you in the right place at the right time to do the right thing.
This is the number one reason why Cynthia is still here with me. It starts with your mindset. Then it goes to your skill set. Action, nothing happens.
Mhm.
But action and the right mindset is not enough. You have to discover where is your heart set. When you have your skill set, your mindset, and your heart set, is the only time you will discover your soul set. It gets really deep. You're not going to get this kind of training nowhere else. I promise you.
Because that's the first time I've ever heard about a soul set.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
That's really deep.
But I'm going to tell you,
Me too.
this is how I met Jeff. He met me through a level. He came in the middle of it. Okay. But he didn't quite go through it because Jeff is always doing a million things.
I'm going to focus on a couple of things now.
But let me tell you something about Jeff, guys. His last 60 days, and I think Cynthia can vouch for this, he's become a new person. Cynthia has known him for as long as he's been in this community. And you could tell when a person changes.
Yes, you can.
And you want to know the number one reason why he changes?
That's why.
He wants to fulfill the things his wife wants. If you hear her in the background, is the thing, the person that Jeff loves the most. He's a very good husband. You don't find many like Jeff. There's other good husbands, widows, and wives. We don't only have 2026 planned out. I have 75% of 2027 planned out already. We don't wait. You name me. Okay. Now, if I had to guess, I'm pretty sure Michelle is planning out 2027. If I have to take a guess. Do I know that for sure? I don't. I haven't talked that topic with her yet, right?
But her pattern would speak to that.
Correct. But the thing is this. How many community owners have 2027 planned out? Most are still planning out 2026. Go ahead.
Could you tell us how you distinguish heart set from soul?
Heart set comes from your heart. Soul set comes from the spirit. And that's only the beginning. It gets deeper than that. Does that make sense so far, guys? Okay. Let me do a quick recap for day 1 and day 2. You guys are really gonna like our recap. I'm
Okay.
3 words in the dictionary now, yeah.
I do it all the time, Kim. I love it. I knew you were my mentor. Now you just solidified it.
All right. Let me put this floating out of the way.
Hand me my computer, please.
You guys
Thanks.
understand the 6 most valuable class modules are these 6 right here. Okay.
Mhm.
If you don't know how to navigate in our community, this is what matters the most. If you don't understand the first one, screw the next 5. I'm being blunt. What should you get out of this one? Number 1, the backstory of this community, right? Why does PPP exist? Second, the ability of earning just by engage. Did you spend any more money to engage? No. Absolutely not. If you do this right, on a monthly basis, you can earn $50 a week, $50 a month, and as many 50-point content you know how to provide. Can 50-point content be produced? Let's look at it. There's one about to reach 50 points. 6 more points is 50 points. And it's still getting comments and engagements. To be done, just type in 50 points. And what comes up? 50 points. So, is it doable? Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know about you, but on the worst case scenario, it's $250 a week without a 50-point content. You want to top it off with a 50-point content, that's $300. Where else you gonna earn this kind of money by doing what you're supposed to do anyways? But we're giving you additional incentive. What better incentive than cash? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Raheem got his phone back. Why is that so important for me? When I first got in DGC, they said, learn how to engage. I'm sitting here. What does that mean? Can anybody break it down for me? And I tried to ask, believe me, I tried to ask. Nobody wouldn't give me an answer unless I gave them money. Can I be more transparent to you?
That's crazy.
Can I be more transparent with you?
Sure.
You can ask him. Has anyone, Brahim, broke it down to you the way I break it down from day 1?
Nah, not from day 1. What's crazy is when I first got online, I was lucky enough and blessed enough to have a few mentors that taught me how to do what I do for free. Engagement was one of the biggest things, and this was just on Facebook. To have people pay to learn what engagement is wild.
The reason we have PPP is I wanted to flip the script. I'm going to have to steal that from you, Cynthia. Okay? Why don't I pay you guys to learn how to engage? That's the purpose right here in this community. Isn't that a better script?
Hey, Kim. Cindy's gonna say hi to you.
Hi, Cindy. We got to get to line up his ducks.
I know it.
So, do you guys understand now why we give you the engagement opportunity at PPP?
Mm-hmm.
It's important. And those of you who have communities, obviously, you got to make money first before you can do that.
Exactly.
You can't give what you don't have. Is that sense? This is why it's crucial. When you leave this workshop after today, You're either all in or you're just not in. You're not ready yet. Does that make sense?
Yes.
We're going to define this for you. Okay? If that makes sense, right?
Mhm.
But let's talk about this. This is the piece I was talking about. Why do you think the 4 disconnects is the biggest bullet points of this poster?
Yeah, one more time.
The
It's
foundational.
because it's the most important thing you need to know. How to find out why it's not working for you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Before the 4 disconnects, there's a couple things you got to know. One is your non-negotiables.
Yes.
Your non-negotiable is, do you know your one-line story? For Kim, it's pretty simple, guys. I'm Kim. I used to say like this, I'm Kim Mulatto, blah, blah, blah. And by the end of that sentence, I look around, there's no one around. I learned to shorten it, right? I had to shorten it more after Tim speak. Instead of saying Navy veteran, I'm a Navy vet and a father of 4. It came from rock bottom to financial freedom. I never want to have to look in my wife's eyes again to tell her that I'm short. Does it get more deep than that, guys? See that? You can go through the pain points. But I'm going to use the same line as Kim. After I say that, but that's not my story. How many remember that? Why? Connect, relate to your customer. I just told them who I am, my pain point, what I never want to do again, but that's not my story. So if that's you, this video is for you. What is that now? That's throwing in another micro hook, correct? You remember the micro hook, right? You see that?
Yeah.
For the past 12 months, I never had to go to another network marketing company because I found this community that has provided me a proven pathway. I don't use system, I use pathway. Pathway gives you more authority. Pathway doesn't sound salesy. Pathway sounds more organized, a direction, clear direction that has worked for tens of thousands others, including myself. Pretty simple so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you memorize your one-line story? Can you say it from your heart, not from your head? Make sense? If you want to do anything this weekend, work on that. Get somebody else to get you feedback. Remember, I'm going to choose 5 of you to memorize mine, if not all of you. Does that make sense? I have no secrets. This is the only way we can hold each other accountable. Does that make sense? We're grown adults. How many of y'all agree we're grown adults? Please say yes. Let's behave like grown adults. Y'all agree, right? This is not the kiddie game anymore. We're not playing with our families' lives. This is serious business. Now, let's talk about undying belief. I hope y'all read some kind of spiritual book. Does that make sense? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Then you should have another mindset book, right? Pick a book. There's no such thing as a bad mindset book. You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I were you, I'd probably have one of the books that Tim mentioned, which is Let Go, right?
Actually, not Steve Hawkins.
What is it then?
Even
What is it?
For my notes,
It's-
it was Steve
it's-
Hawkins.
No,
Yeah,
but Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawkins. You know who Stephen Hawkins is, right? The wheelchair dude.
Yep.
It's the one I have is David Hawkins. Oh no, he said
No.
Steve Hawkins.
Yeah.
David R. Hawkins, letting go.
No, it's Stephen.
He wasn't sure if it was Steven or not, but I wrote down Steven.
Oh, he wasn't sure if it was Steve. I thought he was talking about Stephen Hawkins, the wheelchair dude.
That's what I.
Brahim, are you seeing what Rudy is showing you?
Yeah.
Rudy is
No,
showing you
see,
the book itself in his hand.
Oh,
Go ahead,
well,
show him the book again, Brahim.
I got it on Audible.
Oh, okay.
oh, so it's David Hawkins.
Hopkins to clear. Yeah, David Hopkins to clear it. Now,
Okay.
Rudy, I believe you. What's who the book?
Letting go.
David R. Hawkins.
Got it.
Go correct your notes.
See, Tim did say Steve Hawkins, though.
He wasn't sure the name of the author,
Okay.
but he did say, I have it on my notes as Steve Hawkins. Okay, all right. So let's talk about undying belief, right? Because if y'all didn't see the post Brahim put, that was his takeaway and mine as well. When you say undying belief, does that not fall along the line with loving the system versus treat it as a business?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
And then how did you define love? Man, it's like you knowing your wife or your husband inside out. You know their favorite food, their favorite color. You know the kind of clothes they like to wear. You know the places they like to go. That pathway you're using to make money better look that sexy. Y'all agree? You guys agree?
Yep.
When you talk about undying belief, it goes pretty deep, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
This is not something you play around with. How do you know your undying belief? You have to know where you want to go. You got to have direction, vision. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Is one of the reasons you're still in this community because you know this community has vision?
Yes.
Nobody wants to follow a person with no vision.
Without a vision, the people perish.
That's right. Don't be that person. I always have said the same thing for 30 years. I'd rather work with a blind man that has a vision than a person who has a eyesight with no vision. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I've said that for 30 years, many times over, publicly, in crowds with as little as 3 people, with as many as over 10,000 people in a stadium. And the sentence hasn't changed. Does that make sense? Let's move on. Everybody good on this? You know how to download it, right?
Yeah.
You guys know how to download it.
From Skool, right?
Go to Skool, click the picture, click the arrow on the top right, and it go right on to your downloads. Okay?
Okay.
That's simple. Okay? I keep things pretty simple. Brahim, you want to say a couple notes on that?
Well, it really is. I think Tim brought it home. One of the biggest things is not to overthink. When it comes to your story, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Because like Tim said, there's over 6 billion people a day on these social media platforms. So you never know who is watching you and who's going to relate to your exact story. That's like when we heard Christine's story, I was like, that's it.
Christine
It
had
was
me in tears.
from the heart and natural. And that's the difference, right? The biggest difference is sounding like yourself and sounding robotic. Because when it comes down to it, guys, when it's online, it's all about how people relate to you. And that's what brings the money. The framework is the framework. Yes, you do the framework, but you make it your own. When Kim says how we break it down to simplicity, the simple part is that, yes, you can download that picture, go through all of these modules, but at the end of the day, when it comes out, it has to be you. That's the difference between making money and not making money.
Let's do a quick review. I want to make sure you guys don't miss any cracks. You still remember the difference between the front of the house, your front door, and the back door, right? Everybody good on that? So let's talk about the front first. What did Tim say are two main focus? Anybody remember? Why?
Believing in what you're doing.
Your undying belief in your story.
Dying belief, right? Let me capitalize that. There's a reason I left it blank. I want us to fill it out together. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And what's the second one?
Your story.
Your one line story. Is that accurate?
Yep.
One line story. If someone cannot say your story under one breath, that means you're too complicated. I was listening to Christina Bell. Her heart spoke exactly what Tim spoke. I'm analytical and I always look for the message behind the message. Important. I don't take notes like you guys take notes. I'm a kind of guy that's always looking for the intangible. What are the 5 non-negotiables in your videos? You should know this by heart.
Your
I
whole
know Martha know these by heart. First one, book, right? Second one,
pain
intro.
point. Oh, and cheap.
Third one, pain point.
Transformation.
No, solution. Some people have different versions. What I'm giving you here is what I seen the most common out of interviewing 26-figure earners and what the majority has said. Does that make sense?
Right.
But I have seen different versions too. Like Ibrahim said, some of them say transformation, some people say emotion, and all kinds of stuff. Does that make sense? Like Michelle also used this thing called E.S.C.E. The E stands for emotion. The S stands for struggle. The C stands for clarity. And the A stands for action. So that's the formula she used. I use both. But at the end of the day, emotion is a hook. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Your struggle is a combination of the intro and the pain point. Your clarity is your solution. Your action is your call to action. So is it any different?
No.
Just worded different. Does that make sense?
Right.
So these are the ones that you will see Michelle talk about all the time. Okay? Everybody good so far? Yes? How many guys are getting something out of this?
Oh yeah.
When you leave with this today, guys, you would feel never like you wasted 3 days. When do you feel you wasted 3 days? When you look back 30 days from now and got no results because you didn't take any action.
That's on you and not the workshop.
It doesn't matter. When you fail, the workshop failed. It reflects everybody. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We either swim together or sink together.
Team. Big
You
fact.
guys have to remember, that's the Navy part of me. No man, no woman left behind. Fair enough?
Yep.
Guys, can I say something?
Yeah, bro, always.
Application is the biggest part. If I never applied anything I learned or my mentors told me to do when I got into online marketing in 2017, I would have never made any money. We can sit on these Zooms until our face turns blue. But if you don't apply what you learn, it means nothing. The biggest part is you have to apply these things. This is all a part of being coachable. But Sean Coco used to get on me to write down how many people I talked to, how many no's, maybes, and how many yeses I got. And I used to never do it And she used to tell me, Heen, you're going off a natural ability right now, but if you do this, you will grow your business. Until I applied what she was saying, my business did not grow. Once I applied what she told me, it grew. Application is the biggest part. You have to apply what you learn.
It's the same thing when Brahim say this, right? So what he's sharing with you, that was before the Chat GPT days. Now it gets even easier. Why? If you can't tell Chat GPT what you didn't do or what you did, how Chat GPT gonna fix it for you?
Right.
It can't. It can't. Chat GPT does not read your mind. It just knows how to come up with an answer based on what you feed it. And there's an old say, guys, garbage in, garbage out. That's facts. Now, let's talk about this formula. The two W's plus the W blank Y equals your message delivery. This is a formula you need to remember. Let's talk about the two W's. Anybody know what those two W's are?
You're the what and why?
Very good, Rudy. It's the what and the why. Okay? That should be the content of your videos, guys. Your what and your why is what makes the connection and creates the emotion. Make sure you write that down. And you're gonna have access to all this in the VIP once I publish it. So you got the what, right?
You got the
And you
what.
got the why. Okay. So that's where the why
Take
comes
one
in.
W out, Kim.
Okay. All right, man. Forgive me. Seventh language. Okay. All right. All right. Everybody good? Next one. What are PPP's 3 milestones we'd like to see you achieve? What's the first one?
Pay a bill.
No. ROI. Return on investment. It doesn't matter what you invest on. Whether you invest on a subscription to be in the premium, in the VIP coaching, or tools, your goal is to make your business pay for itself. Do we have enough different ways that make it possible for you?
Absolutely.
You guys agree on that?
If we yeah.
Right? It's not like we're telling you just to go grind. We make it possible for you. How many of you are excited that the minute you have 3 people who bought the recordings, community owners, you get the key to the classroom. And the non-community owners, not only you get your $47 back, but you also get another affiliate.
Yeah.
You guys don't look excited.
No, that's awesome.
When will you be more excited?
You check.
When?
Yeah.
No, the check is no problem. The check is gonna come by default. When will I see Cynthia, Lori, Zuli excited here and Rich? Is when they're able to get the key for their own community and earn the master resale rights of that workshop. Let me tell you, of all the workshops, recording, I'm not saying this to brag. How many of you see the value of this $47 recording?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Should you have to try to convince somebody for this? No, it speaks for itself.
Yes.
How are you gonna? What is the number one way you can make it speak for itself?
Talk about it.
The result of your content. You know your one-line story. You have an undying belief. Look at your views, connections, comments. Then you can say, this is why you need to spend $47 if you want what I have. Make sense?
Yes.
Who creates that story?
We do. We do.
We do. I'm giving you the answers now. So I pray, by the grace of God, you're going to implement this. I will continue praying until you implement this. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's number 2?
Make a car payment.
to pay a major bill or car payment. Okay? And then number 3 is rent or mortgage. Woo. Typing is getting better, huh?
Chairman, I will have access to a copy to this.
It's going to be right in Skool, my brother.
Okay.
Right in Skool, man. It took
Wow.
45 minutes. Hey, look, I was laughing about this yesterday when I was watching the video. You ready, Raheem? It will take 5 minutes to figure out how to copy. No. Hey, y'all say thank you, Christine. This will never be a memorable moment. We love you, dear. We love you, sister. Brian gonna be drinking whiskey on this.
Tequila.
Back of the house.
I can't leave the back door. Okay, same thing.
That's how I saw it. Sorry.
You were right. Okay, back of the house / back door. Now, seriously, guys, why is it important that each of us know PPP's vision?
So we feel
And to find out where you fit in. This PPP's vision is the community's vision. You are part of that vision. The first vision we have, and this is to have 1,000 quality subscribers.
Should we write that down?
No, you're going to have access to it.
Okay.
1,000 quality subscribers. What do we mean by quality subscribers? People who show up, participate the way they should. Would you agree? Quality subscriber? Right? People see the value that is being provided in a community without having to be reminded. How do you know? When the money hits the bank, they don't need to be reminded they got paid, do they? I don't think so. Have you ever seen somebody get $1,000 a month and say, I can't believe I got $1,000 a month? What is it doing in my account? Seriously.
Never.
I've never had in 30 years somebody complain that they got money. And I still can't figure out why.
Right.
They say something are just not meant to figure out. Would you agree?
Yes.
Look a gift horse in the mouth.
So, how do we know this quality subscriber? How do we do the first filter? Is the $2 versus the $20? What do they get in return? One-on-one for $20. Let me tell you why that's important. Everybody I meet one-on-one, you watch. Darlene, I met one-on-one. Has she been consistent? I met Rich one-on-one. After Rich and I rescheduled 4 times, seen him consistent lately?
Yeah.
I met with Maria one-on-one, a 3-hour call. Guess what? She's always here. She's always show up when it counts, right? I met with Leah one-on-one. Has Leah been consistent?
Yes.
I met with Christine a couple of times. Christine and I are still getting to know each other, but I think she starts to like what she sees. I that's what I'm seeing, right? So
Right.
I haven't even met Susan until this workshop. I haven't met Jessica until this workshop. I haven't met Jay, but I had a conversation with Jay, and he's been pretty consistent. So what does that tell you guys? I met with Lori once, and now I can't shake her.
Damn. And the only way is when I die, buddy, when I die.
And you won't die. So
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
our second filter is that every 1 out of 5, okay? So 1 out of 5 that paid $20 ending up going premium. That's your numbers. What does a premium mean to you? $32 a month, at least half a gas tank.
Feels my good.
Y'all drive in Japanese car.
10 miles a gallon.
I guarantee you, Rudy ain't gonna get $32 on a full tank on that Dodge.
He be joining up.
Then it was 8 months.
Where's my premium subscribers here? Okay. Do you get your money's worth every month?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me start. Let me start with you guys. Who wants to go first? What would be the one thing you would recommend someone who is not premium?
To go premium.
Which I just did.
Awesome. One coaching.
That's right. You know, with premium, you get 2 one-on-one coaching a month. No time restriction. Okay? Be an hour, 2 hours, I don't care. Right? But you get 2 one-on-one meeting with me in the premium. But this is not a phone plan. There's no rollovers.
Oh,
Y'all remember rollover minutes?
yeah.
You use it or lose it. But if you go VIP, like Lori, you get a one-on-one as much as one a day if you want. But I don't shoot the crap. Come with purpose. Know exactly what you want to get done.
Exactly.
How does that work for you, Rich?
It's
Has that
working
been
really
done?
good.
Have you got
And
that
I
kind
can't get my stuff done fast enough.
Have you got that kind of support anywhere else?
Nope.
And how long you been around the block?
4 or 5 months.
I'm talking about life, period. Not even at the job.
Nope.
I'm not afraid to go against any community because I know what we have here. You have to believe in what you have and know that the value you provide is there. And this is same standard I intend to duplicate with all you community owners that are part of PPP Builders. Why? It's building a culture. Culture is what keep the future currency consistent. You know, I love Michelle to death. She says, the future of currency is community. But the sentence was never finished. Does it mean you have a community? You're going to have currency automatic? No. Ask the community owners.
The future of
Community is currency under 3 conditions. First condition, community must have core values. Speak it, practice it, preach it, direct it, duplicate it. Without core values, you have no foundation. Number 2, you need an ecosystem, non-personality driven. It has to be system driven. Personality, you pick and choose. Non-personality, you set the standards, people rise to the standard. So they choose themselves. Why? Personality equal drama. Who's ever built anything successful with drama? Nobody. The only time drama is successful is in the drama class.
True story.
But there's no income with it and a lot of gray hair. Make sense? Number 1, core value foundation. Number 2, non-personality driven ecosystem. Number 3,
Say that again. Number 3.
all decisions, all monetizations needs to be win-win situation. What I mean, community has to win, the customer has to win, the owner has to win. Nobody left behind. If your decision or the way you structure things in your community is not that way, it's a matter of time before it will
crash. And
Do you agree that's more of a complete sentence for when they say community equal currency? Make sure you put
Yes.
that in front of you and practice it. You will be part of the top 10% in school. To sum up, you cannot sound like a salesperson. Have you ever seen me talk about selling? No. Anybody know why I don't talk about selling? If you know my story, I hate selling. I will teach. I'll duplicate, but I won't sell. Does that make sense? So you can see here, as far as the other numbers, 1 out of 3 that go $80 a month goes VIP. What does that mean to you? They go VIP, which is $180, right? But that means your $80 goes away. So it's $180 flat. So you're paying an extra $100. It used to be you had to pay the $180 and the $80. How many of you guys remember that? But now I just simplify it. I don't want to confuse you. Okay? How many wish you had a program like this 20 years ago, right? And I said 20 years because the average age in our community is pretty up there.
I wish I had 8 years ago.
10 years ago.
Raheem is one of our younger guys.
Hey, 15 months.
I'm one of those upper epsilon in my 60s.
Joking. He's about to qualify for AARP.
Here's this card in the mail. It's really made it.
You're just a spring chicken, Lori. I know, Christine, compared to some of us in here.
Hey, stop them.
Most of y'all know what I've been speaking in 2026 is trying to identify. Anybody know identify what?
Deal fine for the 12 people.
12 people with a six-figure, correct? Anybody remember now? And you know why 12 people?
Because nobody's ever done it in the maid community.
Correct.
Oh, that's right.
And these 12 people, we're going to make sure they are aligned not only with PPP, but they're aligned with Michelle, which is going to start a whole new tradition of six-figure earners who don't forget where they come from. Make sense? One thing my mom always taught me, you can't forget where you come from. No matter how succeed you get. When you do, you die. Not physically, but emotionally.
Correct.
Because that's the same thing as saying, I know everything. Nobody can teach me. That's when the devil starts coming in.
Amen.
So guess what? So far, please be honest with me. If I put your name up here and you don't feel ready, just tell me or text me silently and say you're not ready. But from what I've seen in the behavior, in the response in the community, these are 4 people that say, I want to be one of those 12. So don't take it personal. If you don't see your name, it's probably because you and I have not had this conversation yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So please, before I put these names, I want to make sure that is clear. Okay? First person is Zuli.
I agree with that.
Second person is Brahim.
I agree with that.
Third person is fourth person is Rich. Fifth person, let me see what we got here.
It's simply
Ninja. That's the only people I've had that conversation with. Oh, Madeline. Y'all pray for her, okay? She went through a lot of struggles this week.
Definitely. She's on my prayer list.
We'll put 7 to be whoever's next. If you feel you should be on that list, just text me. We'll have that conversation and I'll explain what it entails. You don't have to be a community owner to be a six-figure. Once a week, running a tight ship of accountability.
Thank you.
Okay? This is no BS. If you don't maintain, come back when you're ready. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
This is no BS, guys. Most of you guys will have run account. Hey, Mom, tell them how tight I run accountability.
That's called holding your feet to the fire. If you show up for an appointment, know what you want to accomplish and be prepared. You will get homework.
Hey, Kim, we're about to start calling you Sensei.
No sensei, bro. Just being. Yeah,
Man,
yeah, Kim is fine. Kim is fine. I'm no different than you. The only difference is my track record and what I've been through when it comes to business. My sole job, my sole responsibility when I wake up in the morning is to help you transform in the new you. When I teach you something or give you the recording of our meeting, I hope to hear one feedback that this was awesome. But the best part is there's nothing you did that I couldn't do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But I don't know if I can do this. Then I fail. Not only did I failed big time. That means I was too complicated. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
That's why everything I do is 3rd grade level. And rule number 1, if you can't copy paste, point and click, drag and drop, here's your refund. In today's age, you can't do that. You got a problem. I got a lot of wiser people here that can laugh at it, tell you straight up. They take the excuses away from all of us. So the 3rd vision we have here is to help 100 people in 2026, okay, reach 10K per month at least one time. Anybody know?
If you reach it one time, you're going to continue to do it. Yeah.
Correct.
To what
Very
time
good
you do it
answer.
again?
It's like running the mile under 4 minutes the first time, right?
No, everybody's running a mile or 4 minutes.
Let me tell you, how many of you guys know how a pit bull behaves?
What? Bull. Oh, yeah.
So a pit bull, for those of you who don't know, has only one master. They only listen to one person. When the master is not around, everybody else play the chasing game. My ex-brother-in-law knows what I'm talking about. I had a pit bull, and he jumped a 9-foot fence. He jumped it one time. But for like almost 5 years, he didn't think he could jump that fence. But after he jumped it once, every time I went out of town, my brother had a van to go chase this guy. Very smart pit bull. He was half German Shepherd. I'm about to give you guys the goods. Plug these in. When you copy and paste in ChatGPT, here's your prompt. Save here. Let me publish it. Now you have access. But when you go to the next tab, you're going to see the prompts. This is your prompt right here.
Okay.
This is how you're going to create your 30-day plan. Okay? When you copy and paste this and say, create my 30-day plan, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do. So the only thing you got to give them is how many customers do you want at the end of 30 days. Got it?
How many customers at the end of 30 days?
How many customers you want at the end of 30 days. Then, how many referrals at the end of 30 days. Standard community, premium community, and VIP. How many for standard? How many for premium? How many for VIP? I'm going to tell you where the goal is at for PPP. Our goal is 200 quality subscribers by the end of this month. We still have 8 days. Can Kim do that by himself? No. I mean, I would die trying, but I would have to do a lot more marketing. Our goal is to have 50 premium subscribers. Currently, we have 21. What happens after we reach 50?
Price.
Please goes up.
97. If you're not premium, think about it. Talk to any premium members. We don't have one single premium person that's going to say something negative about our premium program. How many of y'all agree? Where's my premium? Right? Are you getting more than your bang for your buck?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
If you were to get what you get in this community somewhere else, I guarantee you, minimum pay 3 times more. And you won't get the same quality of support. For VIP, it's also 50. And currently, we have 18 VIP people. Is that a strong community for only being 148 people?
Yes, sir.
That's nearly 45% engagement. I was looking at another community, 1,800 people. The highest person with points in the leadership board is 75 points. She used to be the 4th highest female earner at DGC. You can figure it out yourself. Nobody speaks louder than her.
When you said she, I was thinking about somebody else.
No, she doesn't speak, nobody speaks louder than her. But the closest person who speak the same language is Victoria. Closest. I love them to death, but they're good in their own different ways. Does that make sense? In my opinion, making the money is not the hard part. The hard part is showing someone else.
I'd make the same money.
You see what I'm
That's
saying,
the
guys?
hard part.
Right? your reoccurring income target by the end of 30 days. Whether it's $100 a month, $1,000, whatever. These are the 4 numbers you have to plug in. And then your total income per month. And guess what? ChatGPT is going to reverse engineer this for you. As long as you ran the prompts on day 1 and day 2, it already has broken down the details for you. The last thing you're going to do to this prompt request, you're going to attach all the images you downloaded day 1, day 2, and day 3. So how does that look on ChatGPT? It took us 45 minutes to figure this out yesterday. Highlight. Tell him, Ibrahim, does it matter whether you have a PC or not? You're going to paste that in here.
Paste.
You're going to paste that in here. You're going to plug in your 3 answers. I'm going to do an example for you. We're looking at customers. I want to have 12 customers. I want to have 10 referrals. Let me break it down. On the referrals, I'm going to do 10 standard. This is my personal, okay? I'm going to do 5 in the premium, personal again, and I'm going to do 3 in the VIP, of which 1 is already on the books, right? She's still here? Oh, she's probably disciplining her kids, so hold on. We don't want to hear the sheriff, right? Watch this. My reoccurring income for January, I want it to be 10K. Total income, I want it to be 20K. Okay? Boom. Define what you are willing to do to hit this roadmap, right? So we're going to answer that, right? 3 videos, 3 stories. They commit to the community and my family. 3 videos per day, 7 seconds, 60 seconds, 3 stories, execute daily done. Personal clarity requirement, right? That's your 30-day plan, right? That it's going to create for you. Know your 1-line story. Very simple. I'm Kim, father of him, from to financial freedom in my early 50s. All right. I know you guys are looking at me and you're frowning here. All right. The worst part, butcher that. All right. Worst part, I never want to look at my wife's eyes and tell her we are short again. But that's not my story. If that's you, this video is for you. It looks long, but actually it's pretty easy to say it on one sitting. Okay? And if you want shorter, just add ChatGPT to make it shorter. Just make sure it sounds like you. Does that make sense? Right? You guys good? It's gonna break up the affirmations for me. Chat will integration based on what I learned day 1, day 2. Boom. So I'm gonna tell it to run it. Well, actually, before that, I'm gonna go ahead and add the images. So this is how you add images. You see, these are all the images for the past 2 days. You can get them off the community. Let's just say I add a few. When it designed this for you, it's gonna read all those images. How many of y'all agree Chat's pretty smart dude?
Yep.
Okay.
Even on the free,
Free.
Yeah, even on the free. This part is not on the free too. The only thing that's not on the free is when you create advanced images and videos. So when you start touching videos and fancy images, that's when you have to have the pay. Okay?
and these images are in the module.
Yeah, they're all in the modules. Day 1, day 2, day 3. So now Chat's going to work. And guess what? I won't even have time to make coffee. Y'all supposed to laugh, man.
We were just smiling at you. We weren't laughing.
You know, Christine, you're so special to me, this workshop.
Oh, thank you.
You give us our biggest aha moment.
I had a major breakthrough.
You had me in tears with your story. How long had I been with you and Amy? From the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever shared that?
I have in different ways, but
Not the way you did yesterday. You got 17.
Yesterday was special.
I'm so happy for you, Christine.
The results, guys. How much easier does it get? You broke it down step by step, and you can have the same. Are you ready for the final call to action? Apologies for going on 15 minutes. But for those who want to stay, we can do a Q&A. No obligations, strictly volunteer.
Are you going to record the Q&A, Kim?
Oh, yeah. We're going to record. That's part of the curriculum. Final call to action. We have two situations here. Okay. First situation, if you're one of those that were the name on the list for the next 6 figures, right? You're going to do this process right here. Okay. You can do one of two ways. You can publicly post it in the community, which I recommend, because you need at least 5 people to know your story, or send it to me privately, no pressure. The main thing is you know your direction. Does that make sense? The other group who haven't claimed their seat, I challenge you to do the same thing. So I can best help you. Is that clear? I promise there's not one single person that's in this room right now that I will not remember your story. The one gift God gave me is a good memory. I might not remember what happened yesterday, but I'll remember your story. That's how I operate. Think about this for a second. Y'all know Cynthia is pretty close to me, right?
Mhm.
You know why? Because I know her story. Grandmother, all she wants is to be the wife that she's neglected to be a long time, the mother that she's neglected to be a long time, but at the same time, having the success in business and be able to balance the two so she can provide for her grandchildren, spend the quality of time. She just spent an entire week on New Year's, right? With some of her closest people, or some she's never seen for 10 years.
14.
14, sorry, my friend. Only Asian guy that failed math, right? Okay. I live up to that reputation. Ask Cynthia. How many people know that story about Cynthia?
Not many.
Probably no one else in this community. A grandfather that hates to go to work every morning, but still spits out at least one video a day and has the third best looking wall in this community that almost knew nothing before he came to PPP. Y'all know what that is?
Right?
Rudy.
Oh, Rudy.
Rudy. Is this pretty accurate, Rudy?
Yep.
Why are you looking down, bro?
I was looking at the paper.
That's my brother from another mother. This other gentleman, he's a leader in his church. You would never know this gentleman is over 70. You would never know unless he told you. See, I can't even finish. Do you see where I'm going with this, guys? You should know everybody in this community's story. Not for you, but for your perfect customer. Why? This is a leverage for you. If I need someone who's a leader in church and he's a male, I'm going to leverage Breezy to share his experience with PPP. If I need a retiree who's confused and now has an idea but still learning, I would send them to Martha. If I got someone who's got a corporate job in compliance, I send them to Brian. That's the advantage. If I got someone that's in Spanish that understand business and recently lost a job, I send them to Maria. Maria hasn't been here long, but I know her story.
You know my story better than I know it, so I've got to work on that.
Do you guys get the drift?
Yeah.
So, here's what I will ask you in return. Besides the assignment, first, we're gonna see who pulls the trigger first. Who's gonna make the first post about day 3? On the pin post, who's gonna make the first complete comment about what they got out of these 3-day workshops? Okay? So there's 3 levels of posts. You have a regular post with just writing. You have a post with your personal thumbnail. Y'all know I love thumbnails. I like to see your artwork, imagination, and creation because that's your brand. And y'all know how I feel about branding, right?
Yeah, we
If
do.
it could be my middle name, it would be my middle name. So, and the third level is an actual video short. Most of you guys know I don't discriminate videos, but I do prefer some videos. And those are the ones that are branded. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We'll see who pulls the trigger. Whatever level you decide to post, we're okay either way. Does that make sense? So, the last time we did this, who won the contest?
Cynthia.
Trump. I thought it was
Madeline. It was Madeline. And what did Madeline win?
Computer.
A brand new computer with everything about PPP on there.
Wow.
Nice.
Right out of the box.
Do you know if she got it yet?
I don't know, but I'm sure she's going to get it in the next couple of days. Probably by Monday.
Okay. Yeah, because I know you sent it last week.
It was on Wednesday or Thursday. Okay?
Last week.
Well, the week's not over yet.
Long way.
I don't know how they do it in North Carolina, but in Florida, we have 7 days in the week.
That's two.
I know how they do it in Jacksonville,
I'm in Jacksonville too.
2 years ago.
but it's international, going across the world.
South Africa.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what the prize would be for this post, but I can come up with some ideas.
Well, you
Now, you know who else is going to compete with you, right?
Raheem,
People who didn't attend the workshop. They got a lesser chance because they have to buy the recordings and they don't have the same experience you're going to have. Does that make sense? The person who attended the workshop, their video is going to be better than the person who didn't attend. Fair enough? Why are you guys so quiet?
waiting for you to finish because I had some. Remember, you said it was going to be a Q&A because I had
Yep. So
2 questions.
from this point, I'm going to stop the recording and restart the recording. And if you need to leave, no problem. But if you want to hang around, we got the Q&A. All right. So that way the video won't be so long. The last video I had to do